Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm so glad you found me. This video is another new to me vendor, Knowles Farm Sense. And I wanted to take the opportunity to do a little video on my haul. This is, like I said, a new to me vendor, and there might be some of you out there watching like me that has known about Knowles and never ordered, or maybe hasn't known about Knowles. So I want to dive right into my order. So Knowles Farm Sense is from Lincoln, Illinois, owned by Travis Knowles. He's been in business since 2018, 5 years. Congratulations, Travis. In each order, I've had this order for over a week. I just haven't had an opportunity to film this haul. Each order comes with your invoice here like this. There's my information down at the bottom. Invoice like this here with all of your cents on here, and the address of the business. Any questions, send an email, knowlesfarmsense@gmail, all that good stuff. But the nicest part, you have a nice little business card here, of course, and you have a little handwritten thank you card here. Hi, Ashley. Thanks for ordering. Thank you so much. Excuse me. Enjoy, Travis. I like that personal touch. That means a lot to me, and I know that means a lot to some of you out there too. So, I have known about Knowles for, let's see, I have been into vendor wax for 2.5 years, and I've known about Knowles pretty much from the beginning, and I don't know why I didn't order. I just haven't, but I decided to, when this fall season came, to take the plunge and just dive right in, and I'm happy I did. I got some winners here, I think. So, no particular order. Here we go. He had several different varieties on his site. I bought mostly these little blocks here. I think there were loaves, and there's these new items here, chunky bunts, and there was one more variety, I think, and I'm new, I'm learning everything that he offers. I didn't want to jump in and get a loaf, especially because I don't know how his wax performs in my home, and I'm not familiar with the scents yet, but he is having his next ready to ship on October 6th, so I will definitely be tuning in for that, even though I'll be at a football game. I will be shopping for wax, you better believe it. We're sitting under the scoreboard, which I'm not thrilled about, but they are only tickets available, and that's why they're available, because it sucks. You can't hear anything. So I will take my headphones and shop for wax, and it will help me. So anyways, let's get into Travis's stuff. Okay, these are all fall scents, of course, with the exception of one. He did have some things on his sale page, and that is where I got, honestly, maybe one of my favorite blends here, but I'll talk about that one. The first one I want to talk about is hoodie season. It's not quite hoodie season here in Utah, but it's coming. Last night it was 37, I think, which is cold enough for me to put on a sweatshirt, but this is hoodie weather. The notes here are spiced pumpkin, cranberry, and juicy apple. I absolutely love all three of those notes. I love pumpkin, definitely love cranberry, and I love apple. So let's see what this one's like. I love, 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 love this. I love that it's very heavy cranberry. Cranberry apple, actually. I'm not getting too much pumpkin. It might be contributing to a little bit of the spice that I'm picking up, but cranberry, I love cranberry. Cranberry is such a comforting, warm, embracing scent to me. I've had cranberry in my life since I was a little kid. Cranberry is just one of those scents that's hugged me. So I'm happy that this one is cranberry heavy with apple. It's crisp, it's juicy. It's not potpourri, but it is also, it's warm, it's welcoming. It's something you could melt if you have a party or a company coming over, if you're showing a home, something like that. This is nice. I love this, Travis. Thank you for that one. The next one I want to talk about, this isn't necessarily fall, but this is a newer one he was playing with, and I really wanted to try this. This is Beach Evenings and Cookies. So this is Beach Nights and Sugar Cookie Royale. Love beach nights, and I want to see what this one is all about here. This is good. This is a really, really good beach nights oil. Not all beach nights are created the same. If you have smelled every vendor's beach nights, you'll know that. This is a good one. Very good Beach Nights oil. I get just a little bit of Sugar Cookie Royale, not too much. He has it beautifully balanced between the Beach Nights and the cookies, and I really, really like that. So this is one I'm going to get going. And I must say, this one is all, he does have a little warning label on the back here about warmers and don't put water in with it and fire hazards and all of that stuff. So thank you for that. But I really like that the details of the alternating colors, so it just looks, it's very Tetris-like to me. So now I want to play Tetris. I love Tetris. Tetris was part of my childhood more than I would like to admit, but that's another story. This excuse me. This next one is Pecan Pumpkin Waffle. Pecan Pumpkin Waffle. This is butter, cinnamon, apple, vanilla, and maple syrup. So let's see what this one is like. I like this. It's mostly pumpkin pecan waffles. You know, the one that all of us either love or hate, but the one that every vendor has and is, you know, exploding everywhere right now because it's the season. But I like that he put a little bit of apple in here because it brightens it up, it freshens it up a little bit. It takes it away from, sometimes pumpkin pecan waffles can be too sweet and too cloyingly sweet. I've had some vendors PPW that is just, it's too sweet. I have to blend it with something. But this is beautiful alone, but this could also be beautiful blended with something else too. This apple, I get a little bit of crispness and juiciness of the apple, and it plays so well with the other notes that are in here. So thank you for this one. Next one is Warm the Soul. I love this. I love the colors here. I love gray. Gray is my neutral. I love gray. Gray is, in wax, when it melts down, that wax pull is just gorgeous to me. So these one here, we have orange and white. And this one here, we have orange and gray. I love this. These notes are By the Fireplace, which I believe is a perfume or a fragrance. And Palo Santo with zucchini bread. This one here, let's see. Oh, that's nice. I like that smokiness with that zucchini bread. He has a really good zucchini bread oil here. I like that the integrity of the zucchini bread here hasn't been taken over by the Fireplace or the Palo Santo. I like that you can still tell that it's a bread, a zucchini bread, but you have that By the Fireplace, that little bit of smoky essence in there, and the Palo Santo is there. It blends so well with bakery, so well with everything, and I really like this blend. Travis, you should pour this one again. I know you don't like to pour stuff back to back, but this one is good. You should pour it again, hint, hint. So, this one I like. Thank you for this one. Next, let's see. We have Fall Delights. Fall Delights. This one is graham cracker crust, cheesecake, allspice, caramel, cinnamon, and pumpkin. Now, I'm not a cheesecake wax person. Cheesecake in real life, absolutely, but not in wax. I've had too many cheesecake oils that just aren't it for me. But I took the chance this one wouldn't be too bad because it has a lot of other notes in here that can kind of tone down that off-putting scent that I get from a lot of cheesecake, that sour note. So let's see what this one is. I like this. This is nice. This has a more creaminess to it than some of these other ones that have had pumpkin in them. But this one is, I get a little bit of graham cracker. It's not too heavy on caramel or spice, cinnamon or allspice. And I get a little bit of creaminess from the cheesecake, but it doesn't have a sour note. So if you're like me and you're a little scared by cheesecake, then this one would be okay because it's not overpowering. I like this one. This is one I'm going to probably melt downstairs in my kitchen. Next, we have Just the Breads. This one isn't really a fall scent, but I had to grab this one. This is zucchini bread and Amish friendship bread. Believe it or not, of the hundreds, maybe thousands, of blends of wax I've melted in my life, I've never had Amish friendship bread. So, I was curious what this one's going to be like. So, let's see. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I'm getting the zucchini bread, of course, because I know what that note smells like. I'm not really sure what the Amish friendship bread smells like, but I like it. This is bakery, bakery heavy, bready, comforting, wonderful. Thank you for this one. Next, I know this is super popular, pumpkin pie pound cake. Pumpkin pie pound cake. I love the colors also. This is vanilla pound cake, pumpkin souffle, and pumpkin pie. I know Martha really likes this one here. Pumpkin pie, pumpkin with me, especially pumpkin spice and pumpkin that, not necessarily pumpkin that doesn't have spice, just creamy pumpkin I'm fine with. But pumpkin spice to me, I'm very sensitive with it. I don't know what it is. I think I've been burned too many times by terrible candles from big box stores that have just turned me off to pumpkin spice. So I'm a little leery to put my toe into the pumpkin spice pond per se with vendor wax. But I took a chance on this one because I remember from last year, because I've been in, you know, I read and I look around and I snoop around. Pumpkin pie pound cake is very popular for Travis. So I thought, I'll have to try it. So this one here, let's see. I like this, believe it or not. And I think I smell a little bit of the spice complex from probably the pumpkin pie. Not so much I don't know what the description is for the pumpkin souffle, but this isn't terrible to me. It's not terrible to me. I would know immediately if that pumpkin spice isn't going to be something that agrees with me, and this isn't it. This is very pumpkin, warm. I get a little bit of the bakery from the pound cake, so I'm actually going to melt this one first, believe it or not, over hoodie season and over warm the soul. I'm going to get this one going because I really want to see, I really want to get into the pumpkin groove. It's first day of fall. Happy fall. Okay, next I have Pharaoh. This is in my wheelhouse. I love these. I love these notes. This is jasmine, tonka bean, patchouli, sandalwood, leather, musk, and amber. I had to grab this because this Pharaoh, first of all, I went through a phase when I was younger where I wanted to live in Egypt. And I wanted to live where Cleopatra did. And I wanted to just, you know, I loved everything about Egypt. And to this day, my husband and I still watch every show, every documentary we can on Egypt. And the pyramids are just so fascinating. And the discoveries they're making all the time. And, you know, they only have so many months of the year they can actually explore because of the wind season and the stuff that we don't really have here in the United States, with being in the desert and such like that. It's so fascinating to me. And anything that's going to be named Pharaoh, I had to try because, you know, one, it's Egyptian, and two, it just, these are in my wheelhouse. So sorry if I'm geeking out for a minute, but this is soft. It's sweet patchouli, sweet sandalwood. This does not smell like incense. I love incense and I am proud of that, but I know a lot of people aren't into incense. This does not have that vibe to it. So if you are afraid of some of these notes because you think it might be too incensey, herbal, anything like that, it's not. This is sweet. You have amber in here, which can be sweet. Amber can be exotic. Amber can be not sweet. It can be earthy. But this, to me, I love this. Love this, love this. I would buy this again. It was on sale, so I hope it's not being discontinued. But I would buy this again. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, I have one more thing. Actually, I'm lying. I have two more things here. I have, this is a chunky bunt. I love how huge these are. And even more, I love the colors. Pink and purple. Yes, please. This is sugar cookie dough bread. And I think he offered this. There were two new, or maybe one new shape, and then there was actually I think there were two new ones. There were chunks, and then there was this chunky bunt. I went for the chunky bunt, and I don't remember if this variety was offered in another blend or if the chunks were offered in another blend. There was one that I think was only offered in one blend. I really can't remember now. But I grabbed this one. This is Amish friendship bread, zucchini bread, and sugar cookie. So just like all the breads, but you have that extra note of sugar cookie, which nobody complains about sugar cookies. This is nice. I like this. It smells like just the breads, or all the breads. What is it called? Just the breads. But it has a little bit of extra creaminess to it. That's the sugar cookie note, and it's just it's great. I love this. I love this whole entire order. And it's my first order too, so that's even better. I purchased a waste not bar. So I think it's really ingenious and really not wasteful for Travis to pour all of his extras. You know, he doesn't quite have enough to make a sample. He doesn't have enough to make a whole batch. He just pours into the snap bar molds leftover wax, and then you melt it all together, and whatever it is, it's not going to be the same twice. I like that. I know there are some people that pour out their warmers into a, you know, either a solo cup or a plastic receptacle or something, and then they chop that up and put it back into their warmer, and they get every bit of oil that they can out of that. And some people do that with candles too. So I personally don't. But this one here, I'm not going to describe this because I don't know exactly what's in here, of course. There could be 3 things, or could be 15 things. I don't know that. But I like that we have different colors here, and even on the back, I mean, it's like an art project. I really, really like that. So let's go into the samples, and then this video is finished. I have another sample here of a waste not chunk that I'm going to get going, because this is, I think it's just so cute. That one is nice. And then we have cute little sample of Summer Scoop. Summer Scoop, of course, is strawberries, berries, grapes, cotton candy, spun sugar, praline, and vanilla. So this one is a classic. I don't know if this is his take on Summer Scoop or if this is a dupe. But this smells really good, really bright, really fresh. I am actually getting a hit of grape in this. I like that. I love grape. Grape is not used enough in wax, in my opinion. So that is my very first haul from Knowles Farm Scents. Like I said, he's having his next opening on October 6th at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, I believe. He changed it to accommodate most of us who voted, and thank you for that, Travis. So hope everyone has a great rest of the weekend, a great week ahead, and I'll see you soon.